11:55, 11:55, 11:55. Salute, shalom, namaste, hello, peace. Osio, how everybody doing? You hear me? How everybody doing? How everybody doing? How is everybody doing? You hear me? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling wonderful. I'm feeling marvelous. You know, I'm feeling a whole lot of things. When you come into this space, you probably gonna feel a whole lot of things too. But one thing, amongst all things, if you feel anything, you should feel the peace. You hear me? Yeah, I'm feeling very, very good right now. And before we get off into it, man, we gonna lift the vibrations up, the ancestors up, and ourselves up with a little song. You hear me? Whispering in the sky.
Doctor said be in my left ear, saying heal from inside. This ain't no new plan, we the ones that try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamt the ship to steer, we was building mountains, doing rituals with no fear. When you could turn the Galveston, New Orleans near.
That's the triangles on the madman. Second lines and parades. We ain't immigrants, we the original man. Stop begging for permission. The land speaks Creole, so full of intuition. And the kiss of the sun. And we talk to them. We never die.
Ready, set me down. Roll something slow. Shit, when you puff, give thanks. Let the cosmos know. I inhale the jungle. Exhale the flow. Spitting stories that the textbooks still scared to show. So God lit like a torch from ancient rites. Aromas like prayers to the Orishas that night. New Orleans ain't a tourist tale. It's black divine. Where the jazz on spend time and spirits align. Forget Columbus, we was dancing in stars. Trading turquoise, dripping culture and bars. Drums talking codes, spirits moving cars. Look close, the past ain't gone, it's just behind these bars. From Congo Square to Trammy porches, we built this land, no need for the notions. The Mardi Gras beats ain't just for the decor. That's so long, homie, we was gods before war. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the letters, the chants, and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky. And the ancestors' rhythm, we will never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still here. This our home, not a place we disappear. Your name singing true through the pain. Here through the blood and the drum, through the heavens, the chants, and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky. And the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here. Oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still here. This our home, not a place we disappear. Giants singing true through the pain and the tears. So we been here. Oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still here. This our home, not a place we disappear. Giants singing true through the pain and the tears.
You hear me? They can't blame us. They can't blame us. At least now that is. And if they can't blame us now, then they probably somewhere blaming each other. You hear me? And I'm just a messenger. You hear me? I'm just a messenger, man. Man, I got so many downloads. I don't really even know where to begin, man. But the ancestors want me to remind us that it's still Judgment Day. Matter of fact, I can't even. Y'all, if y'all can read that, let me know. You hear me? I'm about to try to make sense out of it. It's Judgment Day. And the ancestors on their mess. You hear me? This ain't no This a general message, but it's gonna resonate with who it resonate with. The ancestors on their mess now, and we know that. If we know that by how we in connection and participating in our journey, you hear me? Yeah. But the ancestors on some, come here, shut up. I know you ain't gonna do it no more. And if I feel it, I know y'all do too. You hear me? And man, I'm enjoying it, man. You know, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it because it's lessons in it. You know, and the reason I'm able to say that I'm enjoying it because we know it through our life. You know. In the place that I'm enjoying it from, I ain't always enjoyed it from this space, but I sure rather be in this space than the previous spaces that I don't find myself in throughout my journey. And I'm sure some of y'all could say that too. You hear me? I'm sure that some of y'all could say that too. And for those of you who can, you're able to say that because you came to the conclusion that looking at yourself was going to be the only solution. You hear me? Because that's how I did it. Looking at myself. That was the solution. That was my solution. You hear me? And we're probably noticing everybody who ain't came to that solution in themselves is still caught up in the loop of problems. You know, when we hear being the problematic solution, and don't miss out. I say that to say, don't miss out on who you are, trying to be what you aren't, what you are not. Don't miss out on who you are, trying to be what you are not. And when I think about what that was saying to me, especially in how we come here and all the programming that's involved, before we get a chance to program ourselves or decide what program, if we're going to reprogram ourselves or just run off the programs that's been installed within us upon arrival. Stay with me. It say a lot. It showed me a lot. You know, and I'm an observationist, so it's part of the, you know, it's part of the process of analyzation. You know, and the beauty is not only what it shows us about ourselves, but what it shows us about ourselves in connection to everything else. And I mean everything else. To the point that there is no thing else, you know, outside of us, because everything is us. And that's what makes shadow work so important to me, you know. Shadow love. So important to me, because you gotta love that shadow in order to be willing to work with it, you know. I almost feel led to say you gotta love that shadow for it to be willing to work with you, for it to be willing to work with us, you know. Because in most cases, you know, that's probably what that's probably what we've been working against ourselves. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it, you know. But that's what makes it so important. And shadow work don't push. One thing I learned, especially in the last 2 years, Shadow work don't push the right people away. Somebody need to hear this. Because I ain't doing it for me. Only. Not doing this for me only. Shadow work. When you start exercising shadow love, aka self-love, in your shadow work process, if you haven't realized it, you're going to realize that shadow work. Because we be wondering why things go to crumbling, you know, when we get on this part of our journey. And when we get into the shadow work phase of our journey, you know, we start wondering why things go to crumbling, why things go to falling off, why people go to falling away, why things go to breaking down, you know. And I understand that we can't go no farther than we can go, you know, regardless of who going with us. You know, we can only go as far as we can go in the direction of who going with us. And when we meet our limits, the limit that we have given ourselves, because we unlimited beings, but when we meet the limit that we have gave ourselves, or the limit that, you know, we have come to the conclusion within ourselves that we're not going to go no further in, things happen where those disconnections, you know, those disconnections can occur. And sometimes nothing happens, so the disconnection can't occur. So the souls that's meant to keep evolving and keep growing and keep expanding can keep doing just that. Growing, evolving, and expanding. Because we ain't come here to be stuck. We ain't come here to get stuck. But everybody didn't make that choice for themselves, you know. And until those who didn't make that choice for themselves make that choice for themselves, you know, they're going to be lessons for those of us who have. If you don't listen, you will miss it. But shadow work don't push the right people away, family. You know, so in the event that it occurs, and when we see it occurs, you know, my purpose of saying that is don't fall for the guilt trip, you know, in the occurrence, because it's just a test. And the guilt trip, and all kind of other, you know, mental and psychological tricks, you know, gonna occur, you know. Yeah. In the shadow work phase of our journey, you know, isolation concerning, you know, when shadow work come up, I wrote some words down that I was thinking about that came up in my mind. When shadow work give us the opportunity for isolation, shadow work give us the opportunity for preparation. Shadow work give us the opportunity for incubation. And I ain't know why that word came to me when it came to me, but damn, when I reflected on babies and what they're doing in the incubation period, you know, they just resting. Message. Resting. And rest may not necessarily be concerning the body. This message is for somebody. Some of us need to learn how to rest our mind, because we can have peace all around us, you know. We could be in an atmosphere of peace, you know, but be suffering in our mind, because suffering don't occur external of us. If suffering occurring, it's only occurring according to what's going on in our mind. I don't know who need to hear that, but you need some incubation. Give yourself some incubation. In other words, give yourself some rest. Rest your mind. Rest your mind. Everything all right. You hear me? Protection. Because if you can't rest your mind, you can't protect yourself. Because you're not clear. You everywhere. If your mind everywhere, then that means you everywhere. You see? And if you everywhere, that means you leaking. Y'all felt that? protection though. Involution. 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 That means within. Continue evolution. Take yourself down many rabbit holes as you need, man. Trust me. You're gonna be a better person by it. Patience. Be patient with yourself on your journey. Your journey is the only journey that matters. Your life is the only life that matters. And that don't mean everybody else's life that don't matter. But it means that nobody else's life matters more than your life matters to you. I don't know who needed to hear that. Information. Information. And it's a tricky one. Information. Some people got too much information. Some people don't got enough information. Some people got over information. Some people got misinformation. Some people got incorrect information. And we all got pieces of right information. So we got a big jigsaw puzzle to put ourselves together in. You hear me? Because that's what they did to separate us from ourselves. You hear me? So if we ain't figured out certain things, if we ain't figured certain things out from within, we'll still be spending a great deal of time defending belief systems, defending traditions, defending what somebody else said, you know, that was chose for us, because we ain't figured out what it is that we need to figure out for ourselves, concerning ourselves. So I question everything. I question everything, and I motivate you too. You know, because the answer revealed. The answer is revealed. The answer is revealed. And if you spiritually minded, meaning you see everything spiritual, you know, because everything is spiritual to me personally, and that's why the answer be revealed. I never found myself in a situation, you know, where I needed an answer or I needed a solution and it didn't present itself. That don't mean that don't mean, you know, I get a pass. Sometimes I had to go through some things, and we all message. You hear me? But I've got through whatever has come my way. You hear me? And if you hearing this message, you have to. and you may need to give, you know, you may need to give a little bit more credit to yourself and a little more appreciation for your journey concerning that, you know, as needed. But I'm grateful for the wisdom. Not only that I have acquired, I'm grateful for the wisdom that you have acquired. In your life experiences, you know. Yeah, because it ain't about me. I'm grateful for the wisdom that you have acquired through your life experiences. I hope you use them wisely. I hope you use them intentionally. You know. I hope you use them righteously. Make somebody else's life better than it's never been. As you make your life better than you never been. Assist somebody else to be better than they never been. As you assist yourself to be better than you never been. You know, your time, your energy, your effort is something that you can't play about. In real life, it's something that you can't play about. Because if you do, how do you expect other people to how do you expect other people to regard it? That's something for us to be mindful of. How do we treat ourselves in reflection to the way that we find people trying to treat us and deal with us? Does it match? Is it harmonic? Is it balanced? Is it reciprocal? Is it in equilibrium? Cause if not, it's showing you something. If not, it's telling you something. And it always been. We just ain't learned how to pay attention. But not since we woke, since we awake, since we aware, you know, since we healing, and all the other terms that we hear, you see, it's something that we able to pay attention to, you know. It's something that we able to pay attention to. We didn't get into everything we got into by ourselves, and we don't get through it and get out of it by ourselves. But only we can do it in ourselves. Only you can do it in yourself. So put some respect on the source in you. Put some respect on the ancestors that came before you. Put some respect on your spirit guides, on your angels, or your angels. You know, put some respect on the ascended masters assigned to your life, whether you conscious of any of this or not. You know, put some respect on the divine and cosmic beings. Put some respect on the nature spirits. Put some respect on all the things around us that assisting us in everything that we see to be, whether we conscious of it or not. Put some respect on it, man. Because nobody built nothing by themselves. Nobody built nothing by themselves. And I say that to speak to a lot of things at the same time. And I'm going to speak to it directly in the way that I say this. I don't knock no form of spirituality. But I can say one thing I know about this journey that I'm on. All of us not built or meant for everything that's appealing to us. All of us is not built for everything that may be sounding or looking appealing to us. You know, and that go from information to men and women. Everybody not built for everything that's appealing to us. But especially in spirituality, especially spiritually. And I say that because certain things, man, it'll have you running back to the church. It'll have you running back to the church, man. It'll have you running back to the church, especially when them chickens not working no more. Yeah. Yeah. You know. Yeah. It's a soul purging going on, man. And everyone must redeem themselves through their actions. You know, for real awakening to be evident. For real elevation to be evident. Because we can't fake, we can't play it. I'm going to keep saying this, we can't fake it, we can't play. Because why? Our life is already telling on us. If it ain't, curtain ain't all the way down yet, it's starting to crack. Because we can't pretend. If you've been pretending, you better get right. It's the altar call. If you ain't been, if you come through and you knew this, it's your altar call. If you made it this far, you better get right. You gotta get right, man. The earth purging, the earth purging, cause the earth raising its frequency. So anything on it better be doing the same thing. Or guess what? Or guess what? If the earth is purging and cleansing herself of what no longer serves her, we supposed to be doing the same thing. Or guess what? So salute to everyone who gave their lower self a funeral in 2025. Salute to everyone who gave their lower self a funeral in 2025. You hear me? And I'm gonna speak for all of us. We give our condolences to all those who grieving the dead version of the old us. You hear me? I'm gonna leave y'all with that to think on, man. Thanks for the likes, shares, comments, questions. Ask them if you got them. You hear me? Ask them if you got them. You know, it's a few emails I gotta get to. I received them. I got you. I will get to you. Be patient with me. It's real. It's real. You know, and we have to transmute energy. We have to alchemize. You know, we have to discern, especially when you're working with other people. You know, and I do work with other people. So yeah, I have to keep my energy right. You know, to be the best service when I'm working with others. You know, and keep myself out the way so the spirit can flow through, and you know, people could have the experience, you know, that they're looking for, so forth and so on. If you know, you know. But what's overstood need not to be explained. You hear me? More. 2026. Better. 2026. Happy. 2026. That's the mission. More. And more need room to fill the space. You hear me? More need room to fill the space. More need room to fill the space. So fill your space. So you can fill your space with whatever you desire. Man, I love y'all, man. Cosmic Conscious Family and Soul Tribe. Big Chief University. I love y'all. Peace.